Hello, everyone, and welcome to Trade Talk with me, Nainesh Thakkar. Markets the week ahead. Today, we're going to discuss the Nifty 50, Bank Nifty analysis, and some stocks to watch out which have momentum. Monday, September 18th, the IPO of Jupiter Life Science goes live and gets listed. On Wednesday, September 20th, the IPO Sai Silks will open. India's money supply data will be out. UK inflation data will be out. And the US interstate decision is to come. On Thursday, the 21st of September, which is the expiry day, we have the IPO of EMS shares that will list, the UK interstate decisions, and the US jobless data that we look up for. On Friday, September 22nd, we have the IPO Manoj Web of Gems and Jewelry that opens, Indian loans, and the PMI data that we expect. Hence, again, another IPO and data packed week that we're looking forward to. Also, remember, Tuesday is a holiday for Ganesh Chaturthi. So let me take you to the global indices update. The Sensex, which rallied 1,240 points in the week, and the Nifty, which moved about 372 points in the week. Whereas the global markets, if you see Hang Seng, Dow Jones, and Nasdaq were flat to positive and a bit in red. Hang Seng and Nasdaq was a bit in red. However, DAX, FTSE, and CAC, the European markets, were still in slight green. So the world seemed to be a mixed bag, but Nifty and the Sensex at their all-time highs were definitely and Nifty and Sensex with their all-time highs were definitely doing good and outperforming the world markets. And here's an update of the Indian markets, the top gainers and losers. As you see, Bajaj Auto, Grasim's, Bharti Airtel, Axis Bank, and UPL for some of the stocks which were green, dark green on the screen. Whereas BPCL, HDFC Life, HUL, NTPC, and Asian Paints were some of the stocks which were down. Obviously, some of these stocks that you see which were going down, a major cause of them coming down is because of the crude oil prices, which are rising. Now, let's go to the FII and the DII figures. So, FIIs, if you see from the 5 days, we had on the first day, Monday, we had some good buying, 1,400 crores, followed by 2 days of selling. And obviously, Thursday and Friday seem to be another buy day for FIIs. Whereas the DIIs, besides some marginal selling on Thursday, they've been in the green throughout. And weekly, if you see the FIIs had sold about 746 crores in the cash market, whereas the DIIs have bought 3,360 crores. This is obviously fueled by the SIPs that have come in from the retail. Now, let me quickly take you to the Nifty chart analysis for this week. So here's the Nifty daily chart for the week. So if I see the daily chart, as we discussed in the previous session, Nifty has obviously broken this trend line, has crossed the previous top that it had made, and now has given some good moves. Okay, I'm going to convert it into a weekly chart and see what the weekly chart has to say. On a weekly basis, also, if you've seen Nifty's done a breakout. Obviously, last 3 weeks have been green. The close for the current week has been almost very close to the high. So 375 points up, and the close is very, very close to the high, which means it's a positive sentiment. On a monthly basis, if you see the same chart, on the monthly basis also, it has crossed the high of the previous 2 months. Therefore, obviously, you've seen Nifty having the momentum. At all-time highs, you normally see the momentum continuing unless you see any of the trends reversing. So for now, the Nifty chart seems like the momentum is there and should continue the way it has because it has shown some breakouts. So let's see some FNO data and see what Nifty has in store with us on the FNO front. Before we go to that, let's talk about the levels. Support for Nifty is at 20,110, and the support 2, basically from where Nifty has turned all the while, has been 19,609. The resistance is, however, at 20,300, very close to the current price, and 20,450. So watch out for these levels in case if you get any signals of turnaround. Otherwise, the trend seems to be strong. Let's talk about the FNO data for the highest open interest. The highest open interest for calls is at 20,200 on the weekly base, and the put writing is at 20,100. So it seems like a 100-point range in which the next week should go. On a monthly basis, however, the highest call writing has moved from 20,000 to 20,500. Now, this is a sign of up move, and the put writing has come to 20,000. So, seems like 20,000 for the month is going to be a very strong support, and 20,500 for now seems to be the resistance. Let's go and check out Bank Nifty and what the chart has to tell us. So here's a daily chart of Bank Nifty. If I've seen, obviously from the averages, we had seen this, we are tracking this from the averages. It's taken a support from the averages, and we're seeing the last week has been a good week. Uh, Obviously, on one of the days that we saw, there was exactly an open is equal to high, which is a negative signal where we saw markets come down pretty much. But the very next day, it broke high again, which means that it's negated this candle and given a breakout. If you see, it's crossed the trend line as well. This red candle, the small doji that's made on top, has taken the support of this trend line. And the last day, which is Friday, there was a green candle. So interesting enough, Bank Nifty seems to be in a range where it's also showing some momentum like Nifty. Here's the weekly candle for Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty weekly also looks like a interesting breakout. Obviously, the important level for us to watch is the low, the weekly low, which is 45,231. So if that is not broken, the trend seems to be still in place. If I go to the monthly one, on a monthly basis, it's crossed the previous month's chart. And the low, like I said last week also, the low is very close to the previous month's low. So basically a positive signal till here. Now let's quickly go to the FNO data and see what the FNO data is telling us. So in terms of Bank Nifty, firstly the support and resistance. Support is at 45,715. The second support is at 45,250. The resistance is at 46,310, and the second resistance at 47,000. However, open interest or the data which we see on a weekly basis, there's call writing at 46,500 and highest put writing at 46,000. So these are two levels that we're going to watch out for. On a monthly basis, the highest call writing is at 46,000 and the highest put writing is also at 46,000. So this shows that, currently uh, the biggest interest or the highest interest is at 46,000. So we'll watch out for a breakout from either of these levels. Now, coming to the interesting part of our video, the stocks which are having momentum, stocks which have moved, and stocks which are likely to continue their momentum. HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra, and Bajaj Auto. I'm going to quickly go switch the charts and show you what we see on these stocks. Coming to HCL Tech, if I see the chart of HCL Tech, it's actually done a breakout from the previous week and there was continuation. So there was a breakout in the previous week and at levels of about 1200. And obviously there's been continuation. So $100 up move we've already seen from those levels. Interesting enough, the stock is showing very, very good momentum from a base that it just made a while back. So we'll watch out for basically whether the low of this week has been safeguarded. If the low is safeguarded, which is about 1260, you can see some good momentum continuing. Obviously, if the trend from the moving average we've seen is making higher tops, higher bottoms, so positive trend on that one. IT stocks, in this week, we saw some buying. IT stocks, obviously, there's a way to also make positions of IT stocks is through ETFs. The ITBs is an ETF that you can take position if you don't know which IT stock to pick up and if you see the sector doing well as a whole. There's another IT stock that we named Tech Mahindra, which also has a chart where we see some breakouts happening. So Tech Mahindra, I'm coming to weekly chart. Uh, it's done a breakout just in this week. So interesting enough, if the low of the week is safeguarded, you can expect the momentum to continue upwards. As you can see from this week onwards, there's been higher top, higher bottom from about 1080 levels to 1300 odd levels. That's where Tech Mahindra has also rallied. You can expect the momentum to continue if the low is safeguarded. The next one, one of the big breakouts that we got just on the last trading day, which is Friday. I discussed this stock previously, but very interesting. So I'm going to come to the weekly chart. This is how the weekly chart looks. This is a clear-cut breakout from the previous. This was the highest top. Clear-cut breakout, highest close. Stock is in the all-time territory. Go to the monthly. The monthly chart. This is how it looks. This is how your monthly chart looks. There was a breakout out here. This is the first breakout, and this is a breakout out here, which is the second breakout, and this is the third breakout, which is clearing the tops here. So this is another momentum stock. The other interesting fact that we can see out here is the lows very close to the previous candle lows. So from there, it's picked up almost an open is equal to low, and the candle has been a huge 500-point candle. That's almost a 11% on this stock. So, last week the stock has moved 11%. Be careful before you take your positions. Ensure you keep your stop losses in place. This is about our momentum stops. In our last week video, we got a comment from one of our viewers that he wants to also understand USD INR as a chart. So I've added that USD INR. This is how USD INR chart looks. Very interesting. This is a daily chart of USD INR. If you see, he's following trends very, very well. So higher tops, higher bottoms, then some correction, and it's now within these two trend lines. So it's narrowing its range, coming within these two trend lines. We can wait for a breakout from either sides. So whichever sides you get a breakout, you can trade it. That's on the USD INR. If I see the weekly USD INR, this is exactly how I see it's been in a range for a very, very long time now. So I expect it to break out of the range anytime soon. A breakout from the range will trigger price moves, whether on the upside or the downside. We'll wait and watch. So that's about everything that we wanted to talk on the Trade Talk. Very excited to hear from you. If you want us to add anything, or if you want us to talk about something in our upcoming video. Also, if you benefited from this video, don't forget to share. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and show us your love. So thank you so much. This is Nainesh Thakkar signing off. Take care and happy trading of the week.